Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today I will create for you a welding table triangle, and let's step by step build it together. In the front plane, I create a sketch. First I will create here, in fact, a rectangle. This is my rectangle. I will say here 40, I will say here 200. After this operation, I will create 3 rectangles randomly on the screen, and I will make these edges construction geometry. Then click 3 of them while Ctrl is pressed, make them equal. Thickness I will make equal. So then I will give here a dimension. I will say 20 and I will attach them here. The one also will be here. The one also here. So now we will need center lines to make them symmetric and mirror. I will say this line, and this construction geometry make things for me symmetric. So they are looking like symmetric, but I think this line also should be symmetric then. Yes, this is what we are looking for. And for this line, I will make this two also symmetric. Control pressed. I select this one, I select this one, I select this one. Symmetric. Thickness will be 4.75. And the pitch here 100. Now I can select chain. I can select chain this one, right click, mirror entities, and mirror them around. And we can trim the objects. We don't need these parts of the line. This one as well. And we can close this. This will be a new folder. Triangle, let's call it. And let's say triangle P1, part 1. Sheet metal, base flange tab, and thickness is 5 mm. Now I'm going to create side part. And I will make it on the right plane, a sketch. I will create something like this on the screen, you will see. Let's select these two without clicking anything, make equal. Because I cannot select these two in one time in the way that I did, I press my control and I make these two equal. So then what I get, 235. I will create an offset 3 times and 30 will be my length. Offset pitch, let's say. And then I will give some radius and I close them. Sheet metal, base flange tab, 5. So we can save this part as 2. And in fact, it is good time to assemble things to see how things are going. I have 1. I have part 2. So then we can start to work. I will select this one, right click, make float. I select origin here, select origin of assembly and make a mate. So origin of that part and the assembly is coincident. I will create a mate, this surface to this surface, this top to this one, and this internal surface to here. Things are looking good. And then I will select this one, create one more copy. Same things. We could make mirror, but now I would like to do this way. In fact, if you go a little bit more in deep, you will not use the surfaces, you will use planes, because surfaces might change, guys, when you are modeling, but planes will not change. And for now, I will skip that idea. Let's keep like this. We can convert to display state. I know my values, but we can measure the height. How height is from top? 30. And here 30. Okay, now we're gonna cut then the sections. Here I have this one. We will cut here two time rectangle. Also here, let's do that. That part is not there, but it will come. Now then, things are becoming equal. First, control press, equal. Here also equal. How much you will cut? It is just 5 mm. And we know this center. Now we're gonna work with center. That's also another trick, because the dimensions that we are cutting will not be equal. I will cut this section a bit bigger because there will be cutting tolerances. 20.2. Section is 100. Let's control it. 30. It doesn't look how I want, but let's control. This is also 100. Let's keep it like this now. I will cut first and see how it looks like. Assembly. We go back to assembly. We say yes. So I would like to measure the pitch of this thing. What was the center? So center is 120 here to here. Yes. Now we know. We come back, open our part, cut extrude is 120. And this will be from the middle. This too is, in fact, the center is symmetric. Same idea here. This is my center. Control is press. This tree is symmetric, and this is 120. Okay, this is good. Let's close and see what we get. Yes, they are in the same place. Now I will create the bottom part. This will have some different length. Let me show you a trick. If you click a edge and here a surface, in fact you will see the distance. Oh, here not showing, maybe it was in part. We need to create a 200 mm part, will fit here. So we create a part in the front plane, something like this, 40, 200, 200, and we have again this idea. This too is construction. They are here coincident. This edge here constant. This too is equal. From the middle section, their center will be 120. Okay, you guys 120, and this is 20 point, and then construction geometry. Here we have 475. We can mirror those parts. If we create here a line, mirror entities, this selected, this selected, this selected, we've mirrored it to the other side. So maybe now we can remove unnecessary parts. And now we should cut here 2 times like this. I will select this too. I will go mirror and do like this. And this will be 20. Now height is 5. I will not cut this part because then my sketch will be undefined. We go to features, just 5. This is part 3. And we come to assembly and place that part 3 here. Now we select this guy. Maybe other surface. This is selected. This is selected. We change it. Sorry. That's a little bit rotated like this. Yeah, will be better. Made. The surface here selected. The surface here selected. The surface here selected, and we make coincident. And now we're gonna create this section. This part. It will be a rather simple part. I will make it 200 millimeters. Let's say like this, front plane. /40 by 200. And let's make like this now, in contrast to what I did before. This is a choice, guys. You can make a lot of things how you want. Yes, I added 2 times construction geometry. And let's say these are equal. Let's say these are having same height, 475. And here a midline. We can say this is 60. This is 20. And if we make this 2 point now symmetric, it should be fine. We remove this area. We remove this area. Select this parts, lines, mirror entities, and mirror about. Yes, we got it. And we will say extrude post base 5. You can also select sheet metal, doesn't matter, because flat parts. Part 4. Part 4 will be here. I will give a mate and here will be coincident. Sorry, here will be coincident. Yeah. So I will figure out how we will cut this one. Maybe first we need to modify this section. We open this part. We create here a sketch, and we will create here a construction geometry. This will be perpendicular. Now I will select a corner rectangle this shape. Okay. This is 5. This is 20.2. And let's make a midpoint. From here to here, we will say 60. Now mirror about, extrude cut, link to thickness, also an occasion, operation. So what we do now, we have here this part, we have some gap, and in fact the mate here should be in this way. The best will be this. Let me show you guys. We have here a sketch. You have here a sketch, reference geometry plane, and this is selected. Exactly in that location I create a plane. I go my SC back. I select my right plane, and I know this part is 2, this plane from 2, and from the part, which was it, this one, top plane, and this plane is mated and coincident. Now it is exactly in the right point. Nothing can happen. So we created really nice things, and let's give some other details. Here I will create a hole wizard, a normal hole, 1.5, and we will just place it to the positions. Let's see what happens. Okay, because the point does not specify any direction, program wants us to place them first randomly. Let's do that. So something like this. Now we select point, coincident. We select point, here coincident. Control is pressed. Select this point, select this point. Control is pressed, guys. Let me do everything. This one also. Yes. Because edges will not be perfectly in 90 degree, and it will be like shape of radius, you should do this, otherwise you might have a problem. So same thing here. We can do some way different. This is also fine. Let me do here like this. If you think this is easier, which looks easier in fact, to each point I create a circle. And then I select everything, make them equal. What was the diameter? 1.5. Save my program. Cut. Link to thickness. It's okay. Yeah, it was faster. Things are good. And we need to do that in this plate. Let's do it even here a bit different. Since we have here a midpoint, I will just do like this. I select this too. Here mirror. I select this all. I will say here mirror, and here 1.5, and then I will say this 2 is equal. You see, there is a lot of ways to deal with the things here. And last part, this one needs some operation, and let's keep it in this way. Sometimes even I'm not looking from something's attacking my computer, sorry. Sometimes even I'm not creating looking to the from projection. I keep like how it is and make them equal, because we all day almost model, guys, so you are trying to be efficient. Normally if you would ask me, I would model this thing on one part, not even in an SE, but people keep asking me why you don't do that, and I try to do that, and it's also a little bit looking much more complicated, but this way of working will teach you a lot. So last things, we will create here some holes, bigger holes. So for attachment holes for some things, also a little bit lower down the weight, because those sections will not contribute to strength a lot. So here I have 15, a pitch of 20. I will do everything. This line, this line, this line, this line equal. Then I will create here a construction geometry again, and here one another circle. I select only circles, mirror entities, mirror about here. Length to thickness. So it looks not bad. We can also create here some sections. Let me repeat for this one. Here we have a sketch. I will make a bit different. I will make here a slot. I take a line, come here somewhere, make a construction geometry, select from here a slot with center 30, 50, radius 6. This is here. We create here a construction geometry. We select everything, mirror entities, mirror, and cut. As I mentioned earlier, you could model this also in one part ambient, but this also shows different aspects of working, bringing everything first in a rough dimensions and then detailing out, and then you will have much more control on things. If you go a little bit further with modeling, you will also figure out which way is working best. And it might be in the beginning a little bit confusing, but it needs some time to understand how the program is working. But it's the best comfortable way. There is always different ways, and the way is not I'm working is not the best way, so don't anticipate like that. But this is how I work and how I prefer. I hope you could learn something new from this video. If you like it, please hit the like button and make a comment. See you.